Welcome to high school football action from the previous weekend of play.
Welcome to Houston Academy football. Jim Boone, Tony Johnson here at Northcutt Field tonight to bring you Houston Academy versus Pickens County. Second round of the Class 2A high school playoff. Pickens County comes into this ball game 7-4, Tony. This team was beat by 4 schools, but 2 of those schools were both 3A and one 4A school, and American Christian, who won that region, also beat them. So a strong team comes in this arena tonight to play the Houston Academy Raiders, who is still rated number 1 in the state, 10-0. And we'll get ready to kick this thing off, Tony. Houston Academy won the toss, and they will be receiving tonight.
Yeah, Jim, looking forward to a great football game. This could be a real challenge tonight. 2 very highly rated schools, so it's going to be a good football game.
Ball goes to Stanley Jones, number 5, with the ball. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's still on his feet. He brings it down midfield. Great run back by Stanley Jones.
Yeah, good job by Stanley of finding his hole and finding that seam in return, and makes a great return up to the 47-yard line. So, great field position, Jim. We need to capitalize and come out and have a strong showing offensively right out of the gate.
I think Coach Dollar wants to score quick, Tony, and get on that board just as quick as he can. We're playing probably the biggest team we've seen in all the 10 games that we've played. They are huge, and they're huge from up here. Pitch goes out to Stanley White, and he's going to be wrestled down there with no gain on the play by number 38 for Pickens County.
I think it's actually Warren Bonner, number 36. I believe he's a sophomore playing a linebacker position. Made a good job, made a nice tackle, and picks up about 1 yard.
Just a quick pitch out to Stanley, which is our bread and butter play, and they were ready for that. I'm sure they've seen a lot of that film of some of our games. So here we go with David Jones and also Stanley Jones in the backfield. That's Stanley Jones trying to get that outside. Just nothing there. Really quick. That number 14 was in on him there.
And that's Sherman McCoy for the tackle. This is a pretty young team too, Jim. I'm looking down their roster, and there's not a whole lot of seniors listed on their roster, and but they're obviously a very good football team. This game has brought some concern to the coaching staff. The kids were expecting to play Southern Choctaw again, and Pickens County, beat them 20-0 last week, and there's a reason. They're a good football team, and I believe their record, as you mentioned, they've lost 4 games, but they've played quality opponents all year long, and with no disrespect to who we played, this is probably the best team we've played this year.
Got Nunley split out in the corner with the 2 Joneses in the backfield. Watson Downs, quarterback, and Watson Down rolls back to throw. He's got a man open. Hits David Jones, and David just couldn't hold on to it, so that's going to bring up a punting situation, bring up a 4th and 11 for Houston Academy, and we go back in the punt formation, and that'll be Stanley Jones back to punt.
Yeah, good pressure applied by the defensive front. They put a little pressure on Watson. He was able to get the ball away, and unfortunately we didn't make a catch there, but 3 and out for the Raiders. That may be the first time we've seen it this year, especially in the opening series.
No doubt about it, Tony. We have not seen that all season long. Back deep for Pickens County will be number 10. Good long kick by Jones down to the 5-yard line. That's Gurley trying to get him down there, and that's going to bring it up to about the 27-yard line. Good comeback. Boy, caught it on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nice return, about 23 yards on the return. They can get the football at the 26, 27-yard line, Jim, and we got to have a defensive stop. The defense for Pickens County did their job, and 3 and out. That's all their coaching staff could ask for. So, defensively, we got to step up here to the challenge. They're a big football team. They're going to pound the ball right at us, and we're going to have to play good, sound, fundamental football.
Quarterback for Pickens County, I believe it's number 12, Oden. Michael Oden is their quarterback. Split over here, number 10 is Hood. Ball's given off to number 31. A good tackle there, and I missed who that was, but number 31 with the ball was Jones. You pick up that.
Robert Gurley on the tackle made a good read right there, Jim. They're running a variation of the double wing, looked like. Brought him in motion, and a little handoff to the backside over there, and Robert did a great job of recognition and made the tackle from his linebacker position. Actually, he's playing, I believe he's playing free safety tonight.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Pickens County. The Pickens County Tornadoes are here in Dothan tonight. Just I formation. Good stock there by, that's Mr. Gurley. Also, Mr. Davis Flowers.
Yeah, nice read right there by Davis, and also good job by Matt Reagan, I believe it was, getting off his block and made the initial contact. But great play right there. He's going to lose about a yard and a half on the play, 3rd down and 11. And I see Stanley's going into the game at safety now.
So they're looking for a pass situation here, and this team doesn't pass a whole lot. They run the ball about 60% of the time, so not a whole lot of passing situations they like to get in. Got Twins out here. They're going to roll back to throw, and they're looking deep. And it's going to be intercepted by the man we want to be intercepted, number 5, Stanley Jones, going down the sideline. He needs a block. He's going for the end zone.
Good job,
Stanley Jones in the end zone.
Great run by Stanley. I tell you what, you like it when your best running back's got an interception. Great run by Stanley right there. I tell you, puts us on the board, and extra point's going to make it 7-0.
That was a great pickoff by Jones. Great defensive play by our secondary here, Tony. And just nobody to throw it to. Let it loose. Stanley Jones gets it. He runs it down for about a 45-yard return. Puts Houston Academy on the board 7-0. That's what we needed right there, Tony, to turn this ball game around.
Need a break right there, Jim, after, what was, I'm sure our coaches viewed a disappointing opening possession. And, we did the next best thing, got the ball to Stanley in the open field. They just did it for us. So anytime you get Stanley in open field, he did a great job at about the 10-yard line, allowing the block, and then he cuts back and just great lateral movement and gets it into the end zone.
This Houston Academy Raider defense only allowed 7.4 points a game, second best in 2A football in the state of Alabama. And they've only given up 179 yards per game. So 7.4 points, I should say, but 179 yards. So great defensive team we got out here. Most of this defensive team is made up of the majority of our senior bunch too. So they've been around a while. Back to kick is Ryan Watley for Houston Academy. Good high, long kick into the end zone. What a weapon, Tony. We've talked about it all season, and there it is. Bring the ball out to the 20, so Pickens County started their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you, Jim, we've got a little momentum going right now. I like to see your defensively. Let's come back out with that same fire and intensity and get a 3 and out. And let's get the offense back on the field. Let them get a little something rolling.
.8:45 here in the first quarter. Houston Academy leading this ball game. Second round of the high school playoffs. Houston Academy leads this ball game 7-0 here at Northcutt Field. And we got a timeout on the field. Pickens County starts here. Quarterback is number 12. That's Oden for Pickens County. I formation with number 31 goes in motion. Quick pitch back to number 23, and he's around the corner, Tony. First down on the play, pickup of about 15 on the play. Good run there by number, I believe that was 23. I picked up the number. Hurst, maybe, 5'10", 170.
Yeah, he showed pretty good speed right there. I was impressed with that little burst of speed that he had. We knew they were a very big football team, but looks like they're going to bring a little speed to the game too. This team right here is going to keep pounding the football. Like you mentioned earlier, they're a running football team, and so they know their bread and butter. They're not going to get away from their game plan. They're just going to line up and come at us.
Well, that big line, you can see they're going to try to open some holes up. Mix up in the backfield and maybe a pickup of one. Looks like the quarterback ran to the tailback there and a little mix up on the play. So we'll give them one on the play. So we'll bring on to second and 8. Actually, we'll give them 2. A second and 8 for Pickens County.
Yeah, it looks like a little miscommunication in the backfield, and the quarterback and the tailback ran together out of that I formation. But good job out the defense, hold them at 2 right here. And we need a defensive stop, Jim. We got momentum. We need to keep it.
Got a man split wide right, and I believe that's number 84, that big tight end. Back to throw is Oden, and he's looking downfield. That's number 10 he's looking for. Great defensive play, and they're going to throw a flag on us, Tony. I don't know. That was close.
I'm not sure who the penalty will be on. I know defensively we had our hands in the air going for the football, and I see the kid from Pickens County pointing our way, but it's kind of hard to believe that's pass interference.
That was Hood, the intended receiver, and I believe that was James Gannon down defending.
The biggest problem I have with that penalty is the guy on this side of the field throws it. How he saw that, I don't know. You got a guy standing right beside him who sees absolutely nothing, but he's got 20/20 vision from 50 yards away and throws the penalty.
So Whit Kelly comes out of ball game. Big Josh Williford goes in, number 72. So that's going to give them another first down. 1st and 10 for Pickens County. Ball at midfield. And they split out number 9 over here. That's Collier and number 10, who is Hood. Those are their two best receivers. They're going to run the ball. And that's that little number 23, Hurst. He hit the line pretty good there, Tony.
Yeah, it did. They brought the man in motion. He did a little crackback block, and that was number 31 in motion. That's Reggie Jones. Came in motion and went through the tackle hole right there and sealed off to the inside and let him get to that gap pretty quick. But nice gain on first down. It's going to be 2nd down about 2.
Pickens County looks like they're on the move here. They split another man out. That's Hood, number 10, their favorite receiver out there. Oden still quarterbacking. Got a man in motion again. That's going to be given to number 31, who is Jones. That's their 2 running backs, I believe. He's 5'10", 175. They're both about the same size. I missed the tackle on the play. Did you see who picked that up?
Davis Flowers in on the tackle along with a couple others, but I didn't see any other numbers. But, we got a little drive going on right here, Jim. Obviously aided by that pass interference penalty, but they're down inside our territory at the 36-yard line, so we need to bow up a little bit right here and have a good defensive series right here on this down.
Clock's moving, 6:35 left here in the first quarter. Twins, when a man goes in motion here, they do a lot of motion. It's going to be a pitch back sweep. Being chased out there by Tyler Jordan, and Tyler Jordan's going to run him out of bounds. And also Stanley Jones.
Now, right now they're doing a better job on the offensive front of getting guys out and leading that block and getting to the corner right now. So they're picking up 8-9 yards a clip. We're going to have to make some adjustments here on defense and shut these corners down a little bit, not let them quite get there so quickly.
So bring up a 2nd down and 1 for the Tornadoes. They run that I formation a lot, Tony, and put the Twins out, which we hadn't seen a lot of that formation this year.
No, a lot of teams are going away from the I formation. I'm still a fan of it myself. I kind of enjoy it and like it. Of course, what they're doing, bringing that man in motion, they're bringing an extra blocker in. So it's, and by the time they get that kid in motion, they got 3 guys in the backfield again. So he's a lead blocker, but they do it by bringing him in motion. At least they have so far this game.
Good night for football out here at Northcutt Field. Nice, cool night. Pickens County brought a crowd down from up North Alabama. That's Oden's going to give off to number 31, and he's loose, Tony, and he's going to run it down. That's Jones down to about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, nice hard running. I tell you, they're right now they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. They're opening up some very big holes right now, and that young man hit the hole and took off in a hurry.
So it'll bring up a 1st and goal for Pickens County. That's Collier they got in the backfield now. And they're going to give it to Collier, number 9, and he's going to tiptoe in.
An impressive drive right there, Jim. They took the football and basically just drove right down the field, got it into the end zone. I think we got someone injured on the play. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I couldn't pick up the number. That's one of our guys down, and Coach Henry's going out to check on him. Looks like it could be Kurt Harris, number 71. 64, that's Tyler Jordan.
I think he's just a little shaken up. He's going to run off the field. So.
Yeah, and Tyler comes running off. You won't keep him out there very long. He'll be right back in there. He'll come out for one play. And that's Tarwater, number 32, going in for him. So Pickens County's back to try the extra point. Kicks down, it's up, and it's good. So we got a tie ball game right here at Northcutt Field. Houston Academy 7 and Pickens 7. Well, Tony, we hadn't seen this all season, that we come out, we can't score, our defense has to score, and then they run it down the field on us. They start at their own 5-yard line, or actually take the kickoff and run it back to about the 20. So pretty good drive there by Pickens County. So we're not used to this.
Now that's a very impressive drive, Jim. They just, they did what they do best. They lined up and came at them, and I don't think that I've seen anyone take the football and just drive it like that. I mean, they never really had they never put themselves in a bad position. They were in 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2, and just an impressive drive by Pickens County.
So it's going to be interesting to see how our boys react here in the second possession of the ball.
Well, you're in the second round of the playoffs, so you need to, you got to buckle up a little bit right here because you're playing 16 teams left in the state, so you're down to the best 16, and if you want to advance, you got to bring it. So this is what this Pickens County team seems to be doing tonight, and we're going to have to answer.
Got Gurley back and Stanley Jones back deep. And they'll kick it to Robert Gurley, number 47. He'll take it at his own 8-yard line. Robert Gurley was going to the outside and slipped down, and we're going to have it right there at the Houston Academy 27-yard line, 28-yard line. So let's see if we come out throwing or come out running. What do you think?
Well, I think you stay with what we do best, and we like to establish a run, and I don't look for us to abandon it this early in the game, and we have no reason to. It's a 7-7 football game, so and we got a couple of kids back there and take it to the house anytime they touch the ball.
Watson Downs going to quick pitch back to Stanley Jones. Stanley Jones is going to pick up maybe 5 or 6 on the play. Just hard running there by Stanley Jones, but brought down by a big old hoss there, number 20 it looks like. You know what his name is?
Stanley Jones.
Stanley Jones.
So we had a Stanley Jones tackle by Stanley Jones.
2nd down and 3 for Pickens County. For Houston Academy. Houston Academy in the dark jerseys tonight, Pickens County in the white jerseys. Got the 2 Jones boys in the backfield. This time we're going to give it to David Jones. And David Jones is trying to find something, just not anything there for him.
Now he's going to pick up maybe half yard on the play. Going to put us down about 3rd down and 3. And right now the Raiders kind of trying to find their identity, but we're sticking with what we do best. And we just got to, we truly, this is our first game that we knew coming in. We're going to be challenged tonight, and it's you never know how the kids are going to respond to that challenge. So it's going to be a close ball game from this point forward. We just got to bow up a little bit right here and get the first down.
No doubt about it. This is a big play right here. And that's going to be David Jones. And David was driving for that first down. We got a flag. Maybe that was a face mask. We'll have to see what they're going to call.
I heard a coach yell face mask, but I don't know if he was.
We had a flag going, and it looked like from this side it could be, and it is going to be a face mask. So that'll bring us a first down. And, boy, that was a good call right there. We needed that one. That was only a 5-yarder, but we need every bit of that to get the first down. But good hard running there by David Jones.
Yeah, it was. Our offensive line have really got to answer the challenge tonight. This is by far the biggest defensive front we faced, and so you just got to stay behind your pads and drive your feet. Just keep those feet moving.
Watson this time gives it again to David Jones. Good hard running again by Jones. Pickup of 8 on the play.
Yeah, good job, and a good job right there. We just talked about it. The offensive line did a great job. They just kept their feet running, kept moving their men back, stayed on their blocks, and David hits a hole in a hurry and picks up about 7 yards.
And we knew all the time they're going to be keying on Stanley Jones. Everybody knows who Stanley Jones is in the state of Alabama, so this team definitely is keying on him. So maybe might give David a little bit more opportunity to open up the post here where he can move down the field. That's Gurley in motion. Going to give it to Gurley this time. Gurley's driving, try that first down. Let's see where they spot it. It'd be real close to a first down.
I'm going to make my first guess of the night and say he's just a little bit short.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Third down and a half yard.
I think you're right. And I would say, but I don't see him out there. I thought 22 might be in the ball game right now because he's the man we usually call on when we need a couple of yards.
Hey, Jim, I think it's getting colder by the minute.
It is a little nippy up here tonight. A little breeze. Mitt Kirkland says it's a little nippy up here also. And they're going to bring the chains in. A lot of discussion over here on the sideline talking to Watson Downs. I see Coach Addison and Coach Dollar talking to Watson. Figure out exactly what play they're going to run. But they're going to bring the chains in. We'll see how close it is.
I'm going to stick with my initial guess and say we're about a half yard short. And look at me being wrong again.
First down, Houston Academy.
I love when I'm wrong that way, Jim.
I am so glad.
I'm glad I was wrong.
I'm glad they called the chains in. That could have cost us right there.
Yeah, you take a first down anytime you get one.
Absolutely.
I'd rather have first down and third and inch.
Ball's resting in midfield. Clock's moving. 3:22 left here in the first quarter. Gurley goes in motion. This time, Watson's going to keep the ball. He jerked it out. Watson down is running downfield. He's at the 20, and he's going to be run out of bounds. And I wish we'd get a flag over there, but they're not going to throw one. But a good play there by Watson Downs.
I think Watson just wanted the ball worse than the running back. He just took it from.
They were fighting over, wasn't they?
Yeah, great job by Watson. You know, he just recognized that the defensive end and the cornerback had both crashed in. There was nobody out there. So just hang on that thing and take off running about 25 yards down the field.
Good 25-yard pickup by Watson Downs. Smart play there by Watson Downs. Time number 30, that's Travis Gardner, split wide right. First time we've seen him in the ball game with Davis Flowers in the backfield now with Stanley Jones. Gonna give it to Davis Flowers, and boom, he hits that hole good. Real close to a first down.
Well, that's a little bit of a change of pace for you. No disrespect to David, but yeah, it's kind of like the old USC guys. They call them thunder and lightning. That's thunder. Big boy comes flying through there. He's got a little more backside in his doors when he comes through the line of scrimmage than David does, and he hit the hole in a hurry. And we got first and goal, Jim, at about the 7-yard line.
Good block in there by that offensive line for Houston Academy. We'll call their names in a minute, but a great block in there by Houston Academy. Davis Flowers still in the backfield with Stanley Jones. Watson's going to give it to Big Davis again, and Davis is still on his feet, and this time they wrestle him down.
He gets down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to pick up 2-3 yards on the play, but on that previous play, we ran right behind Luke Griffith and Davis McLaughlin over here on this side of the line of scrimmage, and they did a great job opening up a hole. And we ran behind him right there again, and he picks up 3 more. So we got second and goal at the 5, Jim, and we need to get this football in the end zone. We need 7 points.
That's 2 of those seniors we've been talking about. That seniors are doing a great job. We got 10 seniors on this team, and they are the heart and soul of this team. Watson's going to give it to Davis again, and Davis, they still hadn't got him down. No whistle, and then we finally get a whistle, and it's going to be right at the 1-yard line. So that'll bring up a third and 1, looks to me like, Tony.
Yeah, it is. I was kind of wishing Washington going to give him a little shove and
get
him on in the end zone. But great job by Davis, just fighting and just continuing to move his feet and push those big legs forward and gets down inside. Actually, I think Jim was just inside the 1-yard line. So third down and goal from inside the 1.
Clock's moving. 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Houston Academy got a tie ball game, 7-7. But Houston Academy looks good here, and he is in, and Stanley Jones goes in for a touchdown.
Now, once the ball hits the ground into the end zone, it's a touchdown, not a fumble. So great job right there, just getting off tackle, and the line just pushes people back and gets us in the end zone, Jim. Big touchdown right there. We really needed that score.
That was a big touchdown. Good drive by Houston Academy. Started our own 28-yard line, drove it down the field, and that's what we need, Tony.
Yeah, we just answered the call right there, Jim. They knocked on the door and said they were here to play, and we answered it with a nice, impressive touchdown drive.
Ryan Watley, number 34, back to kick. David Gannon holding. David puts it down. We got flags all over the field. It's up. It is good. And let's see what the flag's all about.
They all came down at one time, so they all saw the same thing, didn't they?
All four of them came from different directions.
I believe it's going to be against us. We're not leaving the field, so we must have some kind of illegal formation. Yeah, we did.
Yep. Motion on illegal motion, so they'll back us up 5 yards, I believe, is that penalty, and that should not be a problem for Ryan Watley. You know, Ryan has kicked the longest field goal in this area anyway, this part of the country, 45-yard field goal this season. That's 1A through 6A. Ball's down. It's up. It sure looks good here. And it is good. Houston Academy leads this ball game 14-7 over Pickens County. Tony, like you said, I tell you, that was very impressive. Let's talk about some of these seniors. James Gannon is a senior this year. Stanley Jones, of course. David Jones, Davis Flowers, Robert Gurley, Whit Kelly, Tyler Jordan, Kurt Harris, Davis McLaughlin, and Luke Griffith. Those boys will be missed next year, but I tell you what, if you're looking for team leader, I think all 10 of those are leaders on this team. They have stepped it up every game here since really since about the last 3 or 4 ball games when they knew they're marching on to try to get to Birmingham.
Well, that's their goal when they start the season. And, Jim, you know, you hear some talk and mumblings. People say, well, you know, that sounds a little arrogant. But you know what? If you don't start out your fall practice with your goal to play for the state championship, you might as well stay at home, in my opinion. You know, you come to play, you come to win, you want to win them all. And I like that attitude. You know, if you don't make it to the finals, you should be disappointed.
That's right. Pickens County, by the way, you know where that is?
It's a long way from here.
It's in Gordo, Alabama, which is about 35 miles the other side of Tuscaloosa. I was talking to one of the coaches that said it took them 5 hours to get down here. So it is a long way. But they brought a good crowd. Houston Academy back to kick. That's Ryan Watley. He's going to take it at the one. That's number 31. Good stop there.
Reggie Jones on the carry or on the return. And we got a break there, Jim. Ryan actually didn't kick it out of the end zone. We're going to get him inside the 20.
David Jones in on the stop. Yeah, and that was he took it at the 1, Reggie Jones did. So
it's about a 17-yard return up to the 18-yard line. So defensively, we've got them backed up inside of their own 20, and we need a good stand right here, Jim. Coming back out, Jim, again, they got twins to the left this time.
Got that I formation. That's our number 10. I just look for them to throw at him. He's a Hood. That's who they like to throw to a lot. Quick pitch back to that number 23, and he's stringing it out. We got a host of HA Raiders over there. Tyler Jordan was the first one to get at him, and then I see number 22, Davis Flowers, in there.
I see Chase over here doing a little politicking with the official. I think he got hooked on a hook block and was actually held, but they didn't quite call it for him. But, we had a good pursuit right there, Jim, and kept it from getting to the corner.
Chase is looking for all the help he can get, I tell you. Poor kids having to play against some big boys tonight. But I tell you what, that Chase Givens, he's a tough kid out there, number 50. Quick pitch back to number 9. The ball's loose, and he's going to jump on it right there. Just missed the quick pitch. That's Dion Collier.
Well, that's a good break right here for us, Jim. That they had second down at 5, and after this fumble exchange, they're going to be set back in third down at 20. So, we're going to catch a little bit of break, and that's the end of the first quarter. HA leading 14-7 over Pickens County.
Yeah, and that will bring the end of the first quarter. And in our society, winning has become everything. But if winning comes at the expense of good sportsmanship, then nothing is gained in the long run. Good sportsmanship is the result of a disciplined effort to respect yourself, your opponents, and to practice the golden rule. Good sports are winners. And this has been a public service announcement by the Alabama High School Association. And we'll be right back to bring you the second quarter here at Northcutt Field. Okay, Pickens County is on their own 10-yard line. 3rd down and 20 to start this second quarter. Oden quarterback, and Oden back to throw. Number 12, he's looking deep. And he's got a man open over there and still be short of the first down. I didn't get his number. Tony, did you get his number?
Alan Kramer in on the tackle, I believe it was.
That was number 10, Hood, yeah. Alan Kramer in on the stop. That's their playmaker there, number 10. That's a go-to guy. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 2, it looks like. And it looks like they might be sending in the punt team.
Yeah, I would expect so. They're backed up at their own 26, 27-yard line. But, Jim, we got to watch the football right here. When you got 4th and less than 5, there's always a possibility they're going to try to draw you offside. So there's no need to try to rush and block this punt. Let them kick it away. Let Stanley get his hands on it. Let's see what happens.
Or do something fancy, maybe snap it to up back. No, good clean kick, playing it safe, and going to kick it to Stanley Jones. And Stanley's going to fair catch it right there, which is a good idea because number 10, O'Hood, was looking right in the eyeballs. So Houston Academy will take it at their own 35-yard line.
A good job by the defense, Jim. Gets us the football back, and in these games, these big games, we're in the second round of the playoffs, and you got two very good football teams. This game becomes you want old Mo on your sideline, and we need to keep momentum on our sideline and put together another good drive, put more points on the board.
Ball's going to be given off to Stanley Jones, number 5. Stanley Jones looking for a hold, just not a whole lot there.
There's nowhere to run for him right there. He was tackled by 29. That's Marcus Barnes over here on the corner, and we just have anywhere to go. He's going to lose about a yard on the play, get a second down at 11.
He looked like he wanted to come back in, and about that time, I think he slipped. So we've had some rain here this week. The field has recovered from the rain, but I think it might be a little soft out there tonight. 2 Joneses in the backfield with Gurley on the corner. And that'll be given to David Jones. And David Jones is being bulled down there by number 84, who is their big boy. 6'6", 235, Michael Williams.
That's a good job by David. They tackled the football, so they were trying to rip that thing out of there, and David just got a good grip on it and didn't turn it loose.
3rd down and 9 for Houston Academy. See what Watson comes up with this time. We're going to that tight set. They hadn't seen that tonight. Don't give it to Stanley Jones with a little cross buck. And Stanley Jones is loose and trying to be brought down by number 6, and his brother's trying to help him out. Hey, great run by Stanley Jones looking for a hold.
It was. Jim, I like the way we do that. We get in that Raider set, that double wing offense. We get in it very quickly, get the line of scrimmage, snap the football, and go before they have a time to adjust to it. And we just outnumber them right there. Just a matter of, shoulder to shoulder, block down, and a little inside reverse basically to Stanley. He does a great job of finding a hole and picks up, 15, 16 yards on the play.
And you just don't know who has the ball, Tony. I mean, it's just they're all coming at you, and you got to try to figure out which one's got the ball. So great play. We're going to stay in that tight set. This time, pitch it out again to Stanley Jones, and they figured it out that time.
Well, we just allowed number 6 there. He did a good job, Scott Taylor, of getting into the crease and making a tackle in the backfield.
So we're going to lose a yard on the play. He's going to bring up the 2nd and 11 for HA. Harwater comes out, and Davis Flowers, number 22, comes out of the ball game.
Going back completely to just our base offense here, and yeah, we are. Robert there at the wing, and the two Jones twins in the backfield.
But Nunley split wide right. Watson's down. He's going to fake a quick pitch. He's looking deep for Nunley. He's got him open. Oh, and Nunley maybe took his eye off the ball right there at the very end. Great pass by Watson Downs.
That's one of those where it just stayed in the air so long, and you're just so wide open, you can't wait for the ball to get to you, and just right off his hands. But nice throw and nice pattern, and I like the play call. You know, it was open.
I do too.
Make the old mental note and come back to it later.
Those kind we got to catch, though, Tony. I tell you, that was great toss there by Watson Downs. And they practice it all day. I mean, every day, probably. So big play here, 3rd down and 11 for Houston Academy. Different formation there. Got Watson in the gun this time and got him spread all over. He's back to throw again. He's looking deep. He's got Nunley over here again on this side. And pretty good defensive play there by their number.
Yeah, good coverage on the play over here by the cornerback. And so we're going to put us in 4th and 11. You know, we're at our 38-yard line. It'll be interesting to see what we do here. I think we'll probably call a timeout maybe and talk about it a little bit.
Watson Downs back in the shotgun. How about this, Tony? Looks like we're going for it. Change the signal, trying to draw him off, it looks like. And no, he's just going to kick it out there. And if we can get down and kick it back, and we do, and we're going down at the 1 yard line. Great play. Who was that in the end
Michael
zone?
Nunley.
Michael Nunley.
First, I didn't think he was going to pick up the ball to start with, but he was able to pick it up just in time. Made a great play, Jim. That's a huge play for us right here. Instead of them getting the ball at the 20, we're going to have them backed up at the 2 yard line. So, outstanding job by Michael Nunley.
Great play calling by the coaching staff for Houston Academy. Coach Dollar, Coach Addison, Coach Anderson, Coach Hutto, Coach McCall, Coach Henry. Those guys do a great job. So, puts Pickens County right there on 1 yard line, 2 yard line. 8:52 left here in the first half. Houston Academy leading this ball game, 14-7 over Pickens County. Oden's going to give off to number 23. And
James Gannon, I believe maybe Matt Reagan in on the stop a little bit, but a good job right there getting off their own goal line. They had their backs against the wall. He picks up about 6 on the play, so 2nd and 4 for Pickens County.
That was 36, Warren Bonner. We hadn't called his name tonight. He's a 10th grader. This time they split out number 10, Hood. And then we'll give it to number 23, and a good stop there by Houston Academy. That was Hurst. And looked like 71, Kurt Harris in on the stop. And also Gibbons. Chase Gibbons, number 50, in on the stop.
A big play right here for the Raiders, Jim. We're at 7:45 in the second quarter, and we're holding on to a 7-point lead, and it's an opportunity to get great field position if we can hold them right here on this 3rd down and 4.
This time they got twins over here on this side with a man in motion, and they're going to give it to number 9. And I don't know, Tony. It looks like he did get that.
He picked up about 10 yards on the play. It's going to give him a 1st down. So, missed opportunity right there to back them up and make them punt from deep in their own territory. But we still got them backed up to the 15-yard line. So you just can't, you don't give up. Come back right here on this series and get a 3 and out on this series.
I tell you what, they put different people in that backfield too. That was number 10. That was Hood. That's supposed to be their ace wide receiver. He's 6'3", 175. But they give you a good look in that backfield. They've got several different weapons. And that looks like Oden with the ball. And just a quarterback keeper and pick up maybe 2 or 3 on the play.
I'm not sure, Jim. I couldn't. It looked like he maybe bobbled a snap. It just came right up to him, so he just took the ball and took straight up the field and picks up 4 or 5 yards on the play.
So they'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for Pickens County. That clock's moving. 6:37 left here in the first half. Good cool night for football here in Northcutt Field. Handoff over here to this side to number 31. Oh, the ball's loose.
Get on the ball.
Oh man, we just missed it. Good pop over there by, that had to be Stanley that popped him.
I think it was James Gannon.
Oh, was it James? All right. Give James credit.
Big Luke Griffith had his momentum going and couldn't stop time to get the football, but Pickens County catches a break right there. That ball's on the ground and could have easily been recovered by Houston Academy. Instead, they recovered it for a first down.
Sure could. So good defensive play there by HAs. Good hard hitting in this ball game tonight, which you would expect. Like you said, there's only, 16 teams left, you said. Number 23 is loose on the left-hand side. Number 10 is going to bring him down over there. That's Brennan Olive. And that was a big play right there, Tony.
Jim, I tell you, I think they're surprising us a little bit defensively with their speed. They're able to get at the corner a little bit more than I wanted to see them get there.
Actually, that was Kramer, number 10, that brought him down. So that will bring up a first down at midfield.
Again, they're going to a little bit of a variation of that double wing set. They still, one receiver split out wide, and
that's number 23 again with the ball being chased by Luke Griffiths, number 75, and going to be hit over there by Kurt Harris and Tyler Jordan, number 64. Second and 7 for Pickens County. Going to give it to number 33. Still 32. He's still on his feet. Going to bring up a first down for Pickens County. 23 with the ball. He's been running the ball all night, and that's Hurst, Benny Hurst. Gurley in on the stop, along with Brennan Olive.
Yeah, their line right now, Jim, they're just taking advantage of their size advantage, and they're just basically following their blocks and picking up yards straight ahead.
First down for Pickens. .22 with the ball, and you read that pretty good that time, Tony. Not maybe a pick up a 1 on the play.
Yeah, Jim, they're doing something very similar to what we do in our Raider set, that double wing offense. There's a little bit different variation. They don't have a fullback up tight, but they give 3 or 4 different fakes. They will either give them out the middle, or they get the sweeps to either side, or that inside handoff to the guy that's coming in motion typically. So giving a lot of looks for those linebackers and get them a chance to make their reads.
2nd and 8. This time he's coming to this side. The man in motion, number 9, he's still on his feet, and we got a flag down here behind the play. So
I believe we're going to have Holden right here, Jim, on the corner, and they kind of grabbed hold of a jersey. And yeah.
That might have been what Chase Gibbons has been trying to get all night. He finally got the attention of somebody did over here, this guy on the side.
They're trying to do a little hook block on us over here on the corner, and he just grabbed hold of a good handful of jersey and pulled him backwards. So they're going to lose about 10 yards on that penalty from the spot of the foul. Should put the ball back down at about the 45-yard line. That's exactly where they're going to put it down. So they got to get to the 25, so we're at 2nd down and 20.
Well, that was a big play right there. That's going to help us out, hopefully. Hold them here. Clock's moving, 3:58 here left in the first half. 23 in motion this time. Back to throw is Ogden. He's looking over here for the big boy.
Nice
it's going to be intercepted by James Gannon. Great play there by James Gannon, number 1.
What an interception by James Gannon. I was stunned for a second. He laid out and made an outstanding catch.
Absolutely. He went for the ball, man, just like they teach you. Go
I'm
for
sorry,
the ball.
James, you stunned me there for a second. What an interception. He laid out and got his hands on the football, and he's fired up on the sideline. And he's one of these seniors that's been a leader on our defense. And great to see that outstanding interception. We got 3:48 to go, Jim, in the half. And, we need to take advantage of it. They will get the football first in the second half. We got the opening kickoff, so we need to take the ball and try to put some points on the board.
So here we go with the Raiders. That's number 7, David Jones. David Jones looking for somewhere to go and maybe a pickup of 1 on the play.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and give him 2. So we got 2nd down and 8, and with 3.5 minutes to go, Watson goes back in with the play from Coach Dolan. I'd like to see Stanley break one right here.
Coach Anderson and Coach McCall over here talking to this defensive line and the secondary, and I tell you what, they are really playing a good ball game tonight. That is Watson back to throw over here to 45, Matt Reagan. Good catch by Matt Reagan, and it is going to be a first down for Houston Academy. Boy, it's going to be interesting to see what the stats are the first half of this, Tony. I tell you, they probably got as many first downs as we do, or maybe they might even have more.
I would think they would have more. We got 7 points on interception return, had 1 good drive. They've had a couple of good drives, and we've called some breaks on interception and some penalties and fumbles. But what you got to take advantage of these type of games.
And that's Jones. Man, they read that play all the way. They saw it coming.
Well, I just know where to run right there. They just did a better job at the defensive front than we did on the offensive front. They got in the backfield. They had 3 guys in the backfield by the time Stanley got the football. And so he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd and 10 for Houston Academy. Clock's moving, 2:22 left here in the first quarter. Good ball game tonight. This time Watson's just going to give it to David. That time he looked like he wanted to keep it again and bring it around this side over here.
I think he actually thought about it. And after he gave it to him, I think he wished that he had. He had a little bit of room over here. The cornerback had crashed down again on David. So
3rd down and 7 for the Raiders. And this time Watson's going to spread them out, keeping Stanley in the backfield. Oh my, ball got loose. I think Stanley got back on it though. Just a
Will Kelly actually got the recovery.
Just a missed connection there with the quarterback and tailback Jones. So that will bring up a punting situation and for the Raiders. Tony, you're looking at these sizes of these guys. 6'5", 275, number 73, the right tackle, Jeremy Coleman. Front line, 6 foot, 320, number 81, left tackle. That's Jeffrey Henson. Also 6'2", 210, number 68. That's Randolph. He's left guard. They got that big tight end, Michael Williams, 6'6", 235. And then they got a receiver, 6'3". That's Hood they've been throwing to tonight. So some big boys that we hadn't seen, but I'll tell you what, our Raiders are doing a good job up to this point.
Looks like they may come at it a little bit right here.
They got a single setback. That's number 10, Hood, back to receive Jones's kick. Stanley got rushed a little bit, but he got it off. And that's Gurley down there to down the ball at the Pickens County 37-yard line.
A good job by Stanley right there, getting rid of the ball in a hurry. They did come after him. They did bring the pressure, and he was able to get it off very quickly. Nice high punt. Roberts down there to down the football at the 37. So, minute 21 to go, Jim. We need to bow up a little bit here right here defensively. We need to keep them out of the end zone. Go into halftime with a lead.
Number 81 split over here to this side for Pickens County. That's Henderson. Twins on the left, got a man in motion. And that's Ogden back to throw. He's faking it short, and he's going to keep it this time and being chased out of the pocket. And that's Gurley goes in for the stop, number 47, and that's going to probably bring up a first down.
Yeah, he's going to pick up first down. He faked a little wide receiver quick screen there and was trying to hit him on a fly pattern, but good job by Alan Kramer and also Stanley Jones had the deep receiver covered. So he just tucked the ball and picks up about 11 yards on the play.
Their quarterback doesn't scramble very much. That was kind of unusual. Here he is back to throw again. He's looking over here at number 23, being chased out of bounds by Tyler Jones. And that is Benny Hurst with the ball. Another first down for Pickens County. They're trying their best to get on the board. 54 seconds left here in the first half at Northcutt Field. Houston County leading this ball game 14-7 over Pickens. Getting back to throw in the shotgun. And overthrown, incomplete pass.
If it had been about 3 inches higher, I think Tyler would have had him an interception. He was headed right to him. He was breaking on the ball, but young man was able to get a hand up on the ball, not able to bring it in. So incomplete pass, going to be second down and 10. We need to get a little pressure on this young man. Like you said, I don't think he likes to scramble, so we need to put a little pressure on him from this defensive front.
He sits back in that pocket pretty good. We hadn't seen the teams we played in our region. We've got scramblers down here, but this guy sits back in that pocket. And he gets a good protection there by the offensive line. He's in the shotgun this time, and he's back. A little Utah shuffle there, and we are all over that, baby. How about Whit Kelly in there? Big Chase Gibbons in there.
Yeah, great recognition by Whit. He read that play and was able to make a tackle for no gain. So they're going to call a timeout, I think, Jim, and talk about a very crucial third down and 9.
Your ticket to the Interscholastic Athletic event is a privilege to watch young people learn on the playing field. One of the lessons taught its players is that spectators can fall as well. That a good sportsmanship, unruly behavior is unacceptable in the classroom, and the athletic field is a classroom. This has been a public service announcement by the Alabama High School Association. You're watching the second round of the 2A high school playoffs here at Northcutt Field tonight. And Tony, we got a good ball game.
Yeah, just what we expected, Jim, coming in. You've got two very good football teams, a tough and tested team in Pickens County. We talked about earlier, they played some very tough competition during the year, and they came in here unfazed by the fact they were playing the number 1 ranked team in the state. But we talked about last week, when you get state playoffs, there are no slates Everybody's slate swiped clean, and we're down to the top 16 teams now, and anybody can win on any given night, and it's just an outstanding football game so far here in the first half.
Pickens County still in the shotgun. That's Oden. This time he's going to give it to Hood, number 10, trying to get on that outside. Oh, man. Little old Chase Gibbons just blew it up on that side. What a great play by Gibbons.
Well, he just refused to give up his position on the field, and he just fought it for his ground and turned it back inside and waited for his friends to show up. And great pursuit, great recognition of the reverse.
Did exactly what he's taught to do. So that will bring up a fourth down, and clock's moving 12 seconds, and I don't know if Pickens is going to kind of run a play. I guess they are.
I don't know why they wouldn't, Jim. You got nothing to lose. I'd snap it 1 second, see if I could throw it into the end zone, hope for the best.
Clock's moving down to 3 seconds. He's going to get it off, and he's trying to throw it deep, and he's got Hood open over here, and that's going to bring up an end of the first half. And, man, look at the Raiders. They're fired up. Houston Academy 14 and Pickens County 7. Stay tuned. Your halftime festivities will be here. We got both bands here, and we'll be right back.
The band is under the veil position as band director Josh Scout. The band will be performing September and Smoke on the Water and Come Sail Away, featuring soloist David Ballard. Ladies and gentlemen, Houston Academy number 2 band.
Okay, Tony, we're getting ready to start the second half here at Northcutt Field. Houston Academy will be kicking off from the south end zone to the north end zone to Pickens County. Back deep for Pickens County is number 10, Hood, and also number 31, Jones, Reggie Jones. Ryan Watley boots it low this time, and it's going to go to number 9. And he's at the 30-yard line, being hit there and still loose on his feet. Being chased down there, still on his feet at the 40-yard line. And Robert Gurley is going to bring him down at about the 45-yard line. So good run back there by number 9. That's Dion Collier.
Had a great return. He did fumble the football at the end of the run, but was able to fall back on the ball and say what would have been a disaster for Pickens County after that great return to almost turn it over. So they're going to have the ball, Jim, way deep in Houston Academy territory. They're at the 34-yard line. Not exactly what we wanted to do coming out here at the second half.
No, that's not what we wanted to see. Coach Dollar said we got to get right on them, boys, and get right back in this ball game. So let's see what Pickens County now can do with the ball with good field possession to start this second half. Starting back in that I formation. They got twins over here on the right with a man in motion. This time they'll give it to number 21, and I believe that's
31, Reggie Jones.
Yeah, Reggie Jones on the 31. And Jones is going to pick up 5 on the play.
Davis and Tyler in on the tackle. He picks up, 5.5 yards on the play. So they got second down and very favorable play calls here. Second down and 5 is a position the offense likes to be in. So we need to step up right here and make a play, Jim. We did have 2 turnovers here in the first half. Maybe we can get one in the second half.
Time to give it to number 3, and man, he gets blown up there by
That's Joe Tarwater.
Big Joe Tarwater.
Nice read by Joe from his outside linebacker position, and was able to shoot that gap, make a tackle. And tell you what, that's a solid tackle. That's just depleting him, taking him right there where you make contact and drive him back.
So we'll bring up a third down and 6 for Pickens County. Quick pitch back here to 31s, and that's Jones, and a good stop there by the Raiders. It looks like Davis is in there, and Matt Reagan's in there.
Well, outstanding job by Matt Reagan. He in the first half they were able to get to the corners. We were talking about it in the at the locker room at halftime. We were a little bit surprised at their ability to get to the corner like they were, and Matt did a good job. The defensive staff did a good job of adjustment, because he did an outstanding job of getting out there and turning him back inside. Big play right here early in the second half, Jim. This is a crucial play if there is such thing in the first series in the second half.
Looks like they're going for it too, Tony. They got that's Ogden back to throw. He's being pressured, and he's going to make a first down.
That's going to be close. He's not according to the official on this side. If they give him his spot.
Yeah, and Davis Flowers says he didn't make it. So let's see here what they're going to do.
No, I don't think he got there, Jim. I'm making my second prediction. I missed my first.
And you're right. They didn't make it. Good call there, Coach Tony Johnson.
Well, I saw the official on this side put that foot down the line, and I knew they had to get across the line by about a yard. So great job by the defense. That was a huge play right there, Jim.
Huge.
Fourth down. And
Huge play.
Even though it's still early in the second half, that's a momentum swinger right there. Great opportunity for us to get out there and now offensively put a good series together. We really, truly, other than the one touchdown drive, we just not have moved the football like we want to. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better job here the second half of firing off the football, moving our feet, and pick up some yards.
Stanley and David Jones in the backfield. This time he'll give it to David Jones, number 7. Looking at the stats at halftime, Stanley only had 9 for 36 yards, 9 carries for 36 yards. A little unusual for him. He's usually hitting right around that 100 to 150 yard mark in the first half. So they've shut down Stanley Jones tonight. Watson had that long run, 1 for 26. Gurley's only had 3 yards, and David Jones has 6 for 17. So total of 110 yards for Houston Academy. And that is Watson Downs with the ball. just the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be real close to see where they spot it. It might be a little shy of the first down.
It's going to be right at the 35-yard line. I think we're going to be maybe in a measurement situation. They're doing a little eyeballing there, Jim.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit shy. I don't think they're going to make it.
He's got to get across the 35, and he's just short, just a few inches short of the 35-yard line. So third down and short, Jim. We certainly need to fire off the ball right here and pick up this first down.
Houston Academy leading this ball game 14-7 over Pickens County. This time they'll give it to Stanley Jones, and Stanley does pick up the first down.
Yeah, that's one of the few carries that I see Stanley take that I'm actually proud he only picked up by 3 yards. So that's the first down. Keep the chain move, keep possession of the football, and let's put together a drive.
Ball is blocking real good there, looking for that hole, and he needed a couple yards, and he got them. Just going with that regular set with Jones, the two Joneses in the backfield. This time you'll give it to David Jones.
Nice lick. 20, that's Stanley Jones.
No, that's
Pickens Stanley.
Big Stanley on the white side.
Yeah, that's Pickens County Stanley Jones. That was a solid lick.
It was.
I think David got his ankle caught up, and maybe he got a cramp. He either got a cramp or he got his ankle caught up in it.
I think I saw David on the sideline earlier with a cramp. And that looks like what it's going to be. It's a cramp, so they're going to work on David Jones on the sideline. And that's Davis Flowers now in the backfield with Stanley Jones. Back to throw is Watson Downs. He's looking deep. He's being pressured. He gets away. He's still being pressured. And going to be brought down there. A loss of about 6 on the play.
Well, I tell you, if he could have recognized that was his buddy Stanley over there beside him, he could have pitched it to him. Stanley had green grass ahead of him, but I don't think Watson recognized he was there. It was a busted play. Did a good job of just avoiding the rush there and ducking a tackler, but unfortunately didn't realize that was his friend Stanley about 6 yards from him screaming for the football.
Good stop there by number 31 for Pickens County, Reggie Jones, 10th grader. Time we split Nunley out with twins to the right, and that's Watson down in the shotgun. Well, he's looking deep. He's got a man open in the middle, and that's Gurley.
A nice throw by Watson.
Great catch also by Robert Gurley. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Pickens County 36-yard line.
Yeah, great job of Watson right there, just planting that back foot and throwing through his hips right there. He threw that ball on the line. I like to see that. Watson throws a lot of little float passes out and some deep throws. Makes a great deep throw, but that ball was thrown on the line. He threw the ball about 45 yards in the air and threw a strike to Robert Gurley.
He also had Nunley going down on this sideline over here to string it out. So that's still Watson back in the backfield, in the shotgun. Go give it this time to fake it to Stanley Jones, and I thought Stanley had it there for a second, but Watson's just going to keep it. Maybe a 2 on the play is going to pick up.
Short game, but Jim, what that's going to do is that's going to slow that pursuit of Stanley down just a little bit. Now they've been just absolutely pursuit after pursuit after pursuit, chasing him down, and that's going to slow him down just a little bit. I see Whit Kelly's coming off. Looks like he's banged his wrist or his shoulder a little bit, and Tyler's going to go in there and
got a little stinger there, and
he's shaking around. Looks like he's going to be okay, but. Yeah, we got Tyler's going in right now to replace Witt. We got David and Witt over here side by side on the bench. Looks like they're working on David's ankle and Witt's wrist or shoulder.
Watson Downs going to stay in the shotgun back there. This time he will give it to Stanley Jones, and Stanley's trying to look for a crease out there, and they close real fast on him. Number 6 in on the stop, Scott Taylor for Pickens County.
Well, this Pickens County team is extremely fast, Jim. I know there was a lot of talk about them, how big they were coming into the game, but I tell you what, at the talk in that locker room at halftime was how impressed they were with the speed that Pickens County has.
Yeah, they're They've got some big boys, but the small boys are very, very quick that they have out there, and they will hit you. That's Gurley in motion. Back to throw is Watson being pressured. Throw over here to Stanley Jones. Oh, man, Stanley tried his best to keep his footing, but it's going to be a pickup on the play.
It's going to be close to a first down, Jim. I'm not going to make the guess at this one. It's going to be extremely close.
Yeah, it looks like they're spotting it right at the 31, and it's going to be very, very close for
and we are at first down. I haven't moved the chains yet, but the official did. The referee did motion, give the signal for first down. He does it again. Now we're going to move the chains. So I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by Stanley.
It was a nice catch.
Showed great hands.
Sure was. Got a good drive going here by Houston Academy. Started at our own 22-yard line. Clock's moving, 4:37 left in the third period. And that's Davis Flowers with a ball, and Davis is going to be real close to that first down marker.
Well, that's a nice little change of pace. You know, we talked about it in the first half, and Davis just brings a little bit different load to the line of scrimmage with him when he comes, and he runs real hard behind his pads and picks up about 8 yards on the play.
Good mixing up with the play here by the coaching staff at Houston Academy. It'll be Stanley Jones this time. Boy, most of the games we saw in a hole that big, Stanley would have been in the end zone, but as you can see up here, they closed in on him fast.
Tremendous quickness by Pickens County's defensive team. And, you know, Stanley's right now, he's being patient. I like to see it out of Stanley. He's being patient. He's waiting for the holes. He's hitting, giving what they give him, and picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a clip. We'll take that.
Another first down for the Raiders, 1st and 10. Ball's now resting at the Pickens County 15-yard line. This time, Stanley Jones is going to throw the ball. Oh, we got a little pass interference. How about that little play?
I like that.
Stanley Jones.
And we caught him on a blitz, too. The linebackers were blitzing, and nice play call right there. And the guy just gave up and said, I'm going to hit him. I don't have a chance to cover this play. So
hadn't seen that all season. Stanley, quick pitch out to Stanley, and there we got Gurley over in the corner. Good little toss by Stanley Jones. So we'll see what he shows here, but it's going to be a pass interference with Pickens County. See where they're going to spot the ball, Tony.
Should be a half a distance of the goal, about the 7.5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from just outside the 7.
Automatic first down for the Raiders.
Again, Jim, great play call. I like that little mix-up. Now we just need to go back to power football and get this thing in the end zone.
And there he is, Davis Flowers. Oh, and now Davis got real close to that first down. Good, strong running there by Davis Flowers.
And he's going to be down into the 2, so he picks up a little over 5. And down to the 2, 2nd to go from the 2. And, Jim, that's rapidly moving third quarter. I get it right in a second. We're down to 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter with a 7-point lead, and a great opportunity right here to put another touchdown on the board.
Tyler Jordan's in there. I see John White's in there blocking Matt Reagan. Chase Givens. That offensive line is really blowing them off tonight. They're doing a great job. Davis McLaughlin's in there.
We're down inside the 1 now. Well, I know they're going to move it just outside the 1. 3rd and goal.
A lot of these kids are going both ways tonight. We got the best players we can use tonight there on that field.
Oh, a little bit of
and that's just power running there by Davis Flowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah, great job by the line. Good job by Davis. Just get behind those big pads, those big legs, son, and drive in the end zone. Outstanding job. And good to see the fans running around having a good time, too. But
Ryan Watley back to kick the extra point, and we're going to get a penalty. Probably delay a game there. I don't think we got off quite in time.
Oh, either going to have a delay a game or, we had 12 men on the field. We ran one off.
Yep. Again, that we got penalized down here a while ago, so shouldn't be a real problem with Ryan Watley. Again, just great play calling by the coaching staff, Tony. We've seen some plays tonight we hadn't seen all season. Coach Dahl was holding off to the playoffs. And we got another flag down. Let's see, that might be lined up off sides.
Well, they got number 6 over there for them. That's Scott Taylor on that corner. He was jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think he jumped across in the neutral zone, and you can't do that anymore. It's encroachment penalty, so they're going to back him up. And
so we'll move it right back, I believe, to the original spot. Get this extra point kicked here in a second.
Oh, I believe somebody jumped off sides again. We get a couple more of those, Jim. We get down the 1 yard line. Might be tempted to just go for 2.
Yeah. Coach Dahl says decline it. I think it's automatic. I don't think you got a choice.
You can decline the yardage if you want to.
Oh, you
don't
can?
have to, yeah. It's just a dead ball foul. They did move it up about a half a yard, so we're gonna have about a 19-yard extra point instead of a 20.
It's down, and it's up, and it's good, and it's driven all the way to the parking lot. So Houston Academy leading this ball game 21-7 over Pickens County. Okay, Tony getting ready to kick off here the middle of the third quarter. Ryan Watley back to kick again for Houston Academy. Just going to keep it on the ground. Kind of hard to handle. That's number 23 with the ball. Oh, man, good lick by Davis Flowers to bring him down right there at the 27-yard line. That's number 23, Benny Hurt.
I think they were a little bit more determined that time, not let him break a long kickoff return, and Davis just came down and lowered the boom on him. Great coverage by the kick team.
We were talking there at the break. It looks like David Jones will not be back in the ball game. He's on the bench. It looks like he's got an ankle situation down there that the medical crew's working on, and also Whit Kelly, they're still working on him. So 2 of our stars look like they might not be back in the ball game. And here comes Pickens County. Ogden still, Odin still quarterbacking for Pickens County. That's Hertz with the ball, and he's going to slip down right there with no gain, maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great job right there. I tell you, I had my eye on Josh Wilford that play, and he just locked into his man and pushed him straight back into the quarterback and the other running back in the backfield. So we're getting good penetration right there off the defensive front. That's what we're going to have here in the second half. We're going to have to put some pressure on them up front and slow that running attack down just a little bit.
You know, Big Josh, number 72, is probably the only one that can go head-to-head with that line we're up against tonight. You agree with that?
Yeah, he's the only one in the same weight scale.
2nd and 8 for Pickens. And that's number 9 over there with the ball. Another good stop over there. And I think I saw 22 blowing it up over there, Davis Flowers.
Yeah, I saw Joe Charwater also getting back there and disrupting the play. And I see Whit Kelly going back on the field, so that's good to see. I'm glad Whit's okay.
That is good to see.
I saw David try to stand up a little while ago and put a little pressure on that ankle. I think he twisted his ankle a little bit, but hopefully it's nothing real serious. It just appears he just twisted a little bit, but he may be done for the night.
Looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Pickens County. Clock's moving. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Houston Academy in the dark jerseys. Pickens County is in the white. Back to throw is Odin. He's got a man open, and he's going to have a first down, and they're going to spot it right there about the 45-yard line.
Just roll a little deep curl-in pattern, and Nice throw, nice catch, picks up the first down. No, it's one of those, in a strange situation, their bread and butter is throwing the football, but they've got two really tall, really big receivers. And, you know, you look out there at the field and you say, God, I think I throw to them every play.
And that's Hood, number 10 over here. And they're going to give it to, that's Collier, number 9, Dion Collier. He's been running the ball up and down the field all night. He's only a 10th grader, too. He's pretty quick.
We're going to the fourth quarter, Jim, with a 21-7 lead. So I didn't even notice the clock. I just heard Coach Henry on the sideline screaming, "Get them up, get them up." So we're going to the fourth quarter, Jim, with a 7-point lead.
Okay, Tony, starting the fourth quarter here. Pickens County with the ball, 2nd and 8. Going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play, or maybe 2. See where they spot it. It looks like a 3rd and 5 for Pickens County.
Yeah, big play right here for the defense, Jim. We're in the fourth quarter now, and you know, every possession is crucial for Pickens County, and that means every possession is crucial for our defense. We need to hold them right here, get the football back, and give us an opportunity to run some time off the clock.
It's Collier in the backfield, and they're going to fake it, and that's Odin, number 12, throwing it over here. Throw and catch to number 36. He's still on his feet. And that's Bonner. We hadn't called his name. Warren Bonner, number 36.
That's a nice throw. I didn't even see the young man coming across the field. I thought that ball was well underthrown, and the next thing you see is 36 with the ball running down the field. So nice throw and catch, picks up a first down, gets down inside our 30-yard line, and you know, there's still plenty of time to go in this game. It's far from over. They're down 2 touchdowns, but there's still 11 minutes to go in the game.
Sticking with that I formation, is going to pitch it back here to number 23. I believe that's Jones. Another good pickup by Jones, and we're going to get a late flag, and I'm afraid that's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, I believe it was. They're all clapping, so they're happy about it, and if they're happy, that means it's against us. But that's going to put it down inside the, well inside the 10 to give them a first down and goal at about the 7-yard line. Actually down at about the 6, Jim. So they got first to goal at the 6. We still 10:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Big goal line series right here for the Raiders.
At 23, Benny Hurst, I tell you, he is a hard guy to bring down. 5'10", 170, and Benny's picked up a lot of yardage tonight. This time they'll give it to number 9. That's Collier. Maybe a pickup of 1 on the play at the most.
Now, Tyler did a great job of crashing down that outside. He recognized the play in a hurry and came down and made an outstanding tackle for about a 1-yard loss. Again, Jim, this is a big goal line series for us. We need to really keep them out of the end zone if possible.
Big message at halftime was play your position, go to the ball, and that's what they're doing. That's number 31. Oh, man, great play there by turning him in, doing exactly, and that's Tyler Jordan doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, again, back-to-back great plays by Tyler. I tell you, that's what we needed right there. We needed somebody to step up and make a play, and Tyler makes back-to-back plays for that defensive unit. Jim, at first I thought that he was going to take that pitch and throw a pass.
I did too.
But Tyler didn't give an opportunity to even think about it.
So they lose a little bit of yardage on the play. The ball spotted right at the 10-yard line. So 3rd and 10 for Pickens County. This time looks like Odin's back to throw. He's got a lot of time being pressured, and he's just going to throw it away over there. great pressure there by Robert Cleveland and also Chase Givens.
Yeah, the pressure right there to prevent him from completing that pass. And he made a very dangerous throw, but he got away with it, threw that ball out of bounds. He threw the ball 35, 40 yards across the field and out of bounds. So we're very fortunate right there that ball fell incomplete. Jim, it's going to bring up a crucial 4th and goal for Pickens County, and they're in that must-make-a-play situation. So defensively, we got an opportunity right here to turn them away and seize momentum in the game.
Alabama High School Athletic Association believes that athletes and academics go hand in hand. The Bryant Jordan Student Athletic Program also supports this concept and awards over $400,000 to 96 student athletes each year. Ask your principal, your guidance counselor, or your coach about this. This has been a public service announcement by the Alabama High School Association. Yeah, that was a real crucial play right there. Great defensive play by Tyler Jordan.
Well, it comes down to one play, Jim, for Pickens County right here. This obviously is not the game, but it could go a long way for us seizing control of the football game. We got 8:52 to go in the game, 4th and goal from the 10.
A lot of fan support tonight from the Houston Raiders. They want to go all the way to Birmingham. Back to throw is Oden. He's being pressured. He's looking in the end zone. And it is going to be a touchdown. Man, I thought we had him down back there in the backfield.
Well, put pressure on him, Jim, but he showed great composure and found a receiver, stepped up, made a throw.
So Pickens County goes up 13, Houston Academy 21, with 8:44 left on the clock.
I believe he missed
Kick
it,
is
Jim.
up. It looks like he missed it, and it is no good. That was a big play right there, Tony.
That's huge, Jim. That forces them to score a touchdown and make a 2-point conversion just to tie the football game. So huge break right there for the Raiders, and a little bit of a momentum lift after giving up that 4th and goal from the 10 for a touchdown, and you come away there and they miss an extra point. So you need to take that and build on it. Right now is the opportunity to take control of the game with your offense. You telling these guys right now, watching in that huddle on the sidelines, tell them, guys, we got to seize control. We got to win the line of scrimmage, and we can win this football game by simply driving the ball, taking care of it, and putting points on the board.
Tony, looking at the bracket, Red Level is playing in Luverne tonight, and the winner of this ball game will travel next week either to Luverne or to Red Level. Leroy is hosting Locopoche, and Lynette has gone to American Christian. American Christian is in the same region as Pickens County, and that's their only regional loss was by American Christian. They won that region. So a lot of good ball games going on still on the road to Birmingham, to the Super 6. Pickens County's back to kick.
And they were all sides, Jim.
They blew it dead right there, and so yeah, we'll have it kicked over.
He had him a good 3-yard head start, so we're going to back it up and kick it again. I was looking down and watching him run. I thought, man, he's going to be a couple of yards ahead of the kicker by the time he makes the kick, and sure enough he did, and we get the penalty, and now they're going to kick from the 35-yard line.
So they'll kick from the 35 this time. We've got Stanley Jones and Robert Gurley back deep for Houston Academy. Short kick this time. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds, so we're going to get good field position to start.
I think they're going to make them back it up and kick it again, Jim.
Yep, exactly what they're going to do. I see the coaching staff down there says back them up.
Yeah, they would. We would get the football at the 25-yard line. Instead, let's back them up to the 30 and make them kick again. Not a bad coaching decision right here. I like this. Let's just keep backing them up. They obviously struggling a little bit in the kicking game, so just back them on up.
They'll kick from the 30 this time. Special team coach's dream right here.
Yeah, it is. They'll kick off for a third time.
High kick. James Gannon's going to get this. James is going to take it at the 35. James has got a hole. James has got speed. Woo! And James is going to be knocked down at about the Pickens, our own 35-yard line. Good return by James Gannon.
I'm going to tell you something. Davis Flowers absolutely knocked the taste out of that ball's mouth.
Did he really?
He hit number 2 for Timothy Curry from Pickens County, and I don't mean to be, but oh my, did he hit him. He absolutely exploded him at about the 40-yard line.
I did not see that. I was watching James Gannon with that burst of speed, and I thought James had a hole there for a second. He was gone. So, Houston Academy's got the ball at the Pickens 35. Just keeping the ball on the ground. That's Davis Flowers, and Davis Flowers has really played a good ball game tonight. He came to play.
He really has, and I tell you, as well as he's played the linebacker position, as well as he's done running the ball, I'm most impressed with that block I just saw because he absolutely drilled him. And I tell you, that was a block that sprung James. I missed James taking off down the field because I was standing there staring at the lick that Davis had applied.
That must have been why that hole was so large. Stanley Jones with the ball and pickup of maybe one on the play. HA just keeps pounding that ball and keeping it on the ground, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Houston Academy.
Well, it's a big play right here for us, Jim. You know, I got caught up in the block, and all of a sudden now we're 3rd down and 7, so we got a crucial play. We need to pick up a 1st down and keep this drive alive.
Well, a mixture up in the backfield, and that's Watson's trying to get rid of the ball. And Watson trying to get rid of the ball, but he ended up getting sacked at about the 45-yard line. So big loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down, so we're in a punting situation.
Well, what happened, Jim, I think we ran into each other in the backfield. He was not able to get the handoff to Stanley. He was going to try and held a handoff off tackle to Stanley, and somehow they got messed up in the backfield. So a big play for Pickens County. You know, they force us into a punt situation, so we're going to be down. We're down close to 6.5 minutes by the time we change the field of possession.
Stanley Jones is back to kick for Houston Academy. It's going to be kicked down right there at the 12-yard line. So Pickens County will start right there at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Jim, you know, this is the first test really, you know, that Houston Academy's had late in the game. By far the closest game we've had this late into a game, and they've got the football. They got an opportunity to come down and with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion tie the game. So defensively we got to step up and make some plays, and you know it's time for this is a senior-laden team out here defensively. We've got a lot of seniors on the field right now, and they need to step up right here and make some plays.
6:36 left here in the ball game. Time it's going to be given to number 22.
Leonard Hill on the carry, and Tyler Jordan and Davis Flowers in on the tackle.
Spotted right at the 15-yard line. So we bring up 2nd down and 8 for Pickens County. The Tornadoes. We had some tornadoes here this past week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Some bad weather this past week here in Dothan. Now formation, he's going back to throw. That's Oden being pressured, looking for a man open, got a man crossing, got the ball at the 40-yard line, and that's number 9. That's Collier, Dion Collier.
Well, I tell you what, this young quarterback, I say young, I believe he's a junior, but he shows great poise in the backfield. You know, they came into this game known as a running team, and I tell you what, he looks pretty good back there. So he's very poised. He doesn't lose his composure, and he steps up, makes a nice throw, and all of a sudden they're out at the 40-yard line, and they got a little drive going.
Yeah, well, you look like we've got him, all that pressure on him. You look like we got him down, and lo and behold, he's found somebody open. He's done that 2 or 3 times on us tonight. And this time he gives off to number 31. And that's Jones, Reggie Jones, pick up of 4 on the play.
And they, it's 68 lit flowers going on the field for Josh. Well, they run a little delay in the backfield, and it's just messing up our linebackers' reads a little bit. We just haven't been able to make that adjustment, but now would be a good time to do it.
Quick pitch back to number 9, Jones. And maybe a pickup of 1. See where they're going to spot it. Yep, going to give him 1. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4, we'll call it.
A good pursuit by Davis to make the tackle. So we're down to 4.5 minutes to go, 3rd down and 5.
This is a big play right here. H.A. needs to hold them right here. Looking for a little pass. Oh, Chase Givens.
We got a fumble on the play, and I believe H.A. may have it, Jim. I tell you.
Chase Givens came from the back side. And there's an indication yet.
I haven't seen an official, but all Houston Academy kids get up and say we got the football, and I hadn't seen an official tell us so.
I still hadn't seen an official.
Well, it must have. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I saw the chain swap over, so great job by Chase.
Yeah. Quarterback's trying to throw a little look-in pass. He just waited a little bit too long. That's got to be a quick pass. Chase Givens comes to the backside and coughs up the fumble. Houston Academy's got the ball at midfield. Boy, that is a big break. 4:12 left here in the ball game at North Cutfield tonight. Nunnally split wide right with Flowers and Jones and Gurley in the backfield. Going to give it to Big Davis Flowers. Boy, when he gets out of bed in the morning, I think that boy's going to be known. He has gone through a battle the night before here tonight because he's played really a good ball game.
He's played a great game tonight, and so a lot of these other young men. I tell you, they're not leaving anything on the table tonight. They're bringing it. They're going to leave it all on that field, and that's what you want out of your kids. That's what you want out of your team, and it's state playoff time, so it's fun now.
That was the talk at halftime. Leave it all on the field tonight, boys. This is do or die. You don't go next week, you got to win tonight. So they are sure demonstrating that. Gurley in motion. Quick pitch out to Stanley.
Yeah,
Stanley's looking for a hole. Trying to get outside. He got 1 to beat. And that's
Stanley Jones cannot get away from Stanley Jones.
He cannot. Brought down by number 20.
I thought Stanley's going to. If Stanley could get away from Stanley Jones, he'd be okay, wouldn't he? Stanley Jones is Stanley Jones' worst enemy tonight.
Good pickup on the play for Stanley. 1st and 10 for Houston Academy. Ball resting at the 20-yard line, at the Pickens County 20-yard line. 3:17 left in the ball game, and H.A. looks like they're on the move again.
I'm just glad there's Stanley Jones don't wear number 5 also. We would be confused.
This time Watson's going to keep the ball. The ball's loose. And Pickens County is going to pick it up.
Oh, what a huge break for Pickens County, Jim. That's going to keep them in the game. We pretty much had the opportunity to wrap it up here, and the first down or 2 would have done it. But they're going to get the football back. So defensively, we got to get out there and make some plays. It's not time to hang your head, guys. You got 3 minutes to go in the game. You got to step up and play defense now.
Yeah, it looked like Watson was trying to get a little extra yardage there, and the ball was just ripped out of his arm. So Oden's going to start in the shotgun. And he looks like he's throwing all the way, crossing across the middle.
Wow.
In and out of the hands of Hood. And I tell you, that's a big-time receiver, that Hood, number 10.
We caught a break there. If he catches the ball, it's going to be up to Stanley Jones, our Stanley Jones, to catch him. He had come across all the way across the field. I tell you, Jim, they're taking a lot of time to run these patterns. These are take a long time to develop the pass patterns they're running right now. He's running all the way a crossing pattern from the other side, and give them time. Give them credit. Their offensive line's giving him time to sit back there and wait for him to clear.
And look at the traffic he's throwing that ball in. We had four or five guys around that guy. Again, in the shotguns, Odin being pressured. This time it's going to be short of the first down, caught by number 14, and that's McCoy.
He is going to have the first down, maybe. Yes, he did.
Okay. Clock's moving, 2:47.
It sure would help my feelings to see an interception right here.
We need the ball back. We need the ball back. We sure do. We still have not been behind, though, all season long, Tony. We've been leading this ball game tonight. That Odin back to throw.
Nice job by
Big
Chase.
Tipped over there by Chase Givens. Chase Givens is playing a really good ball game also tonight. A lot of these guys are just stepping it up a notch.
Well, that was huge because they had run a little pattern. They'd slipped that guy out there in the flat, and he had a little running room, and Chase gets his hands up, and that's doing what they tell you to do right there. Get your hands up the passing lane, and he barely got a finger on him. That's all it took to make it incomplete.
So, 2nd down and 10 for Pickens County. Again from the shotgun. Got a man in motion this time. That's Hood. And they're looking over here to Hood and going to throw it back to the backside to number 6. Still on his feet and going to be brought down.
Nice sack in the third effort. I tell you, he just
Man,
kept moving his
couldn't
feet.
get that guy down. Clock still moving, though. 2:05 left on the clock. Short of the first down. Lucky going to bring up a 3rd and maybe 2.
I believe Pickens County is going to call a timeout. Jim, I'm not sure how many they've called so far this half, but those could come into play later. I know that's at least one. So timeout on the field by Pickens County to talk about a very crucial 3rd and 2.
Ball's resting at the 38-yard line. 2:02 left in the ball game. Odin back to throw. He's looking deep. He's got Hood crossing.
Hang on to the ball.
It's going to
Robert.
be intercepted.
I'm not sure what the flag is, but
They got a flag went down, and looked to me like everybody was going for the ball. We had 3 guys on Hood that time, and I don't know how they could throw a flag on that.
and calling pass interference on HA, I believe. I didn't see it. I was looking at Robert with position. I'm not real sure how you can call interference on that play, but
Well, they all went up for the ball, and maybe they did trip him. I would have to see the replay, but it looked like they might have tripped him, but it was intercepted, I believe, by
Robert Gurley.
Gurley.
Did a great job intercepting the ball and hanging on to it. He got his feet taken out from under him by one of our own players and was able to hang on to the ball. I tell you, that's the same official that dropped the flag earlier. I'm not like Steve Spurrier. I can't get fined for bad mouthing the officials, so I'm not real sure I saw the pass interference. Obviously he did, or he wouldn't have dropped the flag.
So that will bring up a first down, and now the ball is at the HA 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Odin back to throw. And in and out of the hands of number 9, which is Collier. 1:50 left in the ball game. Okay, we hadn't had a ball game like this all season.
No, it's a
Tony.
fun game.
Pretty exciting.
Defensively, we just can't lose our composure here. We got to stay within ourselves, stay within our schemes, and cover receivers. They're coming out with twins on this side, single on the other side, and they're going to be throwing the ball from here on out.
Absolutely. This time they'll throw it over here to Hood. Hood's looking for a lane.
We've got a flag down over here on the sideline. I'm not sure what the...
And he's going to be short of the first down, but let's see what this penalty's all about.
Usually when it's dropped over here, it's one of two things, either offensive penalty or a face mask. And I didn't see anybody's head move around for a face mask, so hopefully it's an offensive penalty. We need to break back after the...
Could be a holding over here.
Oh, we
blocking below the waist, yeah. Below the knees, so crack back, and that'll back them up.
Well, that's a 15-yard penalty, too. And I tell you, I'm glad that they put that rule into effect, because a lot of kids were getting injured years back. And so I like that. And, you know, we caught a break here, and going to push them back now. They're at second down and about 23, 24 yards.
1:40 left on the clock. 1:37. Clock's moving. That's Oden back to throw. He's looking deep.
Stanley to get it.
And Stanley Jones standing back there in the backfield. He caught it. Here he comes.
Stanley, you can lay down. I'll be happy. That a boy.
Good play right there, Stanley Jones.
That's all I wanted to see him do. I like he could hear me, but I was like, just take a knee, brother. Slide down. We'll take it.
Don't run that ball back. 1:16 left on the clock. So, Tony, I tell you what, they have left it all on the field tonight.
Yeah, they have. I'm not sure how many timeouts Pickens County has remaining, but at 1:18, we should be able, if they only have one timeout left, we can run the clock out by just taking a knee.
I thought they'd go that tight set, but they're not. They're going to keep Flowers and Gurley in the back, Flowers and Jones in the backfield, and just keep it on the ground and keep that clock moving.
And Pickens County will call a timeout with 1:08 to go, Jim. So they obviously had one. I think they actually have one more after this one. So we need to pick up first down to win the game. Yeah, Jim, you know, we're sitting here at 1:08 to go. We got second down and about 6 yards. So if we can pick up one first down, the game will be over. We can just take knees and run the clock out. But otherwise, we get it down maybe to about 20 seconds to go in the game.
Tony, in our society, winning has come before everything. But if winning comes at the expense of good sportsmanship, then nothing is gained in the long run. Good sportsmanship is the result of disciplined effort to respect yourself, your opponents, and to practice the golden rule. Good sportsmanship are winners. Public service announced by the Alabama High School Association, and we had great sportsmanship here tonight in this game. Well, these two teams have really played well on both sides. And I believe that was Stanley with the ball and just keeping that clock running. 57 seconds left in the ball game, and it will bring up a third down.
A third down and about 2.5 yards. So a big play right here, Jim. They do have one timeout left, and so they elected not to call it here, to wait and hopefully get a stop here and use it on fourth down.
Good time management here by Coach Addison. Just tell him, Watson, run as many minutes off that seconds off that clock as you can.
Boy, we're going to be close. I'm going to give myself a third shot at it and say we got a first down, Jim.
And they moving the chain, so it'll first down.
And that will be the ball game.
23 seconds left in the ball game.
We don't even have to snap the football. We could just sit there in the huddle and it'll be game. Jim, what a great football game.
Oh,
I tell you, man. You know, all this time we heard about the size Pickens County was going to bring with them, and I tell you what, They weren't just big; they were big and fast, and that's a lethal combination. Outstanding football team we played tonight. One of the best games I've seen this year. I tell you, it was just outstanding all the way around.
Without a doubt, very physical team. But our team came to play tonight. They will be sore tomorrow, without a doubt. But those boys practiced hard this week, and they deserve to move on to the next round, and they will move on to the next round. We'll be playing the winner of the Luverne Red Level game, and we will be traveling next week. And I don't know. The coaches are saying that they probably would rather play Red Level. This team here played, I believe this team, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Reeltown. I believe they played Luverne and got beat by Luverne. But, no, Pickens County has not played either one of those teams. So
well, Red Level and Luverne, I think it's their second time.
It is their
had
second
a one-point game last time. But regardless of who you play, Jim, you're in the playoffs now. You just play whoever comes your way. And got to be prepared to play next week.
So good sportsmanship out on the field. Teams out shaking hands. Long drive back for the Pickens County boys. Back up to North Alabama. Wish them well. We'll be traveling next week. Hope everybody will join us for the broadcast. So we'll leave it with you, Jim Boone, Tony Johnson here at Northcutt Field, Houston Academy 21 and Pickens County 13.
You've been watching high school football action. Join us again next time for more high school football action right here on your local channel.